Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Molchap here, coming at you with another Starcraft 2 commentary. And right here they're saying, what was that about in the chat? And what they're talking about is me disconnecting from the game. So I'm going to tell you that I got this replay from Skew. These clowns with caveman internet. That would be me. I got this replay from Skew. Everyone keeps saying, oh my god, don't tell us who you got the replay from. It'll spoil who gave you the who won the game, because people won't give you replays that they lost. Anyway, in this case it doesn't spoil anything, because I actually was going to observe this game live. I was in the game live, and I just my internet crapped out and disconnected right at the first second of the game, so obviously I wasn't able to spectate it. But then after the game, Skew sent me he said, you want that replay anyway? And I said sure. So he was gonna give me the replay regardless before the game, so it doesn't spoil if he won or not. I have no idea if he won or not. And so anyway, Spades is gonna be the Terran player down here at the bottom right, the teal Terran player. Skew is going to be the pink Terran player up here at the top left here. And yeah, this should be a very, very good game. It's a Terran versus Terran. I haven't done a Terran versus Terran in a while. I tend to try and avoid them, to be completely honest with you, just because they can be epic, but they can also be kind of mundane sometimes. Mirror matches, sometimes not as cool. Although, come to think of it, some Terran versus Terrans are pretty awesome, so I shouldn't be so biased against them. Anyway, by the way, this is the MLG version of Shakuras Plateau, so you're going to see both these players scout exactly the same cross positions, because the MLG version is actually rigged so that you cannot spawn. Normally you can spawn kind of, normally you can spawn kind of sideways to each other, like that. But on the MLG version, you can only spawn cross positions. So it's effectively a two-player map, which is kind of a little bit weird. But it's effectively a two-player map. It's just that it's two-player. It's aligned differently every time. In any case, so yeah, we should see an interesting game here. Two very, very good players. Spades, of course, very, very top player from the VT clan. He actually went to Korea recently and tried to qualify for the GSL, didn't quite make it, but he gave it a good effort, and when he didn't make it into the GSL, that's not exactly, you know, that's not something to be ashamed of. Oh, Skew's SCV is going to get in here and is going to be able to scout Spades' base. He's going to see the gas, he's going to see the tech lab, and is probably going to suspect this Reaper that's coming out, and he's actually gone for a fast expansion build, so he's going to need to be careful here. He actually, does he even have any units on the map? He has one Marine and two Marines, I guess. Anyway, there's that. Where'd the Reaper go? Reaper? It's around so. Oh, it's not even done yet. Never mind. Reapers take a while to build. I forgot. But yes, so Skew's gonna have to defend here. He's gonna have to defend against this Reaper. He's gonna know it's coming, but this Reaper is mostly for scouting anyway. So if he could just get it in. Now, it is gonna be difficult to guard this whole side. He's got a couple Marines over here, but if he decides to go around the side here and go in the back rocks, which is a pretty good spot to go, and then it looks like it's exactly where he's going to go with this Reaper, then he's probably going to be able to get that scout in there regardless of those Marines piled up. He might just be hoping that, well, he is going to spread his Marines out, but he's not guarding the back here. Spades' Reaper is going to be able to get in through the back, and as soon as he sees that the Marines are going to respond and head over that direction, and they're going to come in from the south here. He does get one SCV. He's going for another. Marines coming in. Oh, he's going to get a second SCV as well. Marines giving chase, but they didn't get a surround by setting one Marine over here, so he is going to be able to... Oh, he doesn't quite get that. 2 hit points left. 2 hit points left. Nothing's about to pop out to be a hero. And is that SCV going to get... Oh! Oh, the SCV almost got the Reaper. It's got 2 hit points left, and it's going to escape. It's going to escape. Wow. Epic Reaper there, getting 3 kills, I believe. Yeah, 3 kills on that Reaper and escaping nonetheless. And he sees the expansion and everything, and in the background he's getting up his own command center while he does that, while he scouts to make sure there's nothing too big of a deal is going to be happening. Getting out siege tanks and siege tech as well, and another tech lab on that barrack. So pretty good stuff from Spades. He's going to go for the siege tank tech, whereas Skew has opted to go for mostly bio is what it looks like. Yeah, he's getting a reactor on there as well. So he's just going mass bio, getting the bio upgrades. It's going to have a little bit of an upgrade advantage in that sense. But if Spades can get out siege tech first, then it won't necessarily be as much of an advantage. So we're going to have to see how that plays out. It's going to be more of an... but here's the thing. Stim takes so long. It takes 170 in-game seconds. So about I think it's over 2 minutes in real time, basically. So long to research stim now. It's just ridiculous. Siege tech is going to be done way before that, and you kind of need stim. If you've only got Marines, you kind of need stim to break any amount of tanks. I mean, if he's going to have a second siege tank up there, then he's going to be in good shape, and he should probably siege up and get that second siege tank going. Oh, siege mode not quite done. There it goes. So he does have siege mode now as these few Marines walk across the map. We're going to see a little bit of a dance here. It's funny how sometimes on this map, players they'll know that there's one Marine at the tower, so they'll send 2 Marines to kill it, and then the other guy will send 3 Marines to kill them at the tower, etc. Looks like Skew is going to come for a little bit of a push here. His stim is very, very close to completing, and it looks like he is going to clear out this other tower first with not all of his units, and he sees that, and he's actually going to run that Marine away. He's going to need that Marine right now, although actually Spades has pretty much everything he needs to deal with this. Scan goes off to see what's going on, and that's pretty much the common scan position on this map for high-level play, actually, because then you get to see if there's an expansion. You usually get to see the army, and sometimes you get to see the tech buildings. So I'm actually a little bit surprised players aren't more putting their buildings kind of farther away from that choke. And actually, let's see, there's a secret. Oh no, the tank gets a nice blast in the middle of those units, and oh, he's gonna be forced back, barely escaping with a few Marines there. Actually, I'm surprised he didn't lose more. And if we look at the units lost tab, actually, yeah, kind of a mistake there. Ran in and lost, yeah, a little bit more than he should have in that situation. Well, I mean, not more than he should have in that situation, but more than he probably hoped to, and more that he can really afford. He's not terribly far behind, because at this point of the game, the 2 bases are bringing a lot of money. They're making a lot of money at the moment. Looks like Skew barely ahead on harvesters at the moment, but that's not going to be too big of a deal. Just a couple SCVs. Spades has a huge tech advantage here. His stim is almost done as well, so pretty soon Skew's not going to really have much of an advantage. By the way, if you guys didn't, I think I mentioned Skew in one of my videos before when I was talking about the NASL, but if you guys aren't familiar with Skew, he is one of the most old school players from the Brood War scene, from the US Brood War scene. Well, maybe I shouldn't say one of the most old school. I actually don't know when he started in the scene, but he is basically one of the top US players in the Brood War scene of sort of, if you go back far enough, of all time kind of thing. You know, he was in the USA finals for WCG a few times. Very, very strong player. Stimming. Oh, he's going to try and pick off these tanks while they're out of position. He is going to own all 3 of those tanks and now engage the Marine army. He's got a couple less Marines, but if he can come out even in this battle, he will have come out ahead because he's picked off those tanks. And it looks like Skew is going to just barely lose that battle, and I like this, running the medevacs at the last moment so you can actually try and get them away. It looks like one is only going to escape. The rest are going to get, well, the other is going to get picked off by those Marines. Nice move by Spades, picking off that medevac as it escapes. So he does save one, though, so it's able to get back here. Now, the army tap is going to be huge at this point. Yeah, a little bit ahead for Spades. Now, here's the thing, though. He's invested mostly in the siege tech, so he doesn't quite have as many bio upgrades. So losing those 3 siege tanks was huge, and I have no idea actually why he decided to split up his army. I guess he wanted to clear out both towers at once, and he didn't expect Skew's army to be right next door, right where he knew that was coming, and I didn't see, he must have scanned or something and known that was there. That was a pretty big move by Skew. He's got a single siege tank out of his own, but siege tank is not up yet. So Spades can camp out this siege tank on the ramp. Here come the SCVs trying to pull off. And, oh, more forces coming from the side to flank. They pick off the siege tank after only gets 1 volley off. So he might be able to clean this up with the SCVs. And it looks like he is just barely going to clean up just because he has a little bit more in the medevac department. Trying to chase down those Marines. Oh, just a few hit points left on those guys. Oh, man. Sucks to be that guy. He was almost out. Almost out of firing range. 1 shot did pick him off there, though. In any case, Skew is now actually one of the top players as well. He's been getting into Starcraft 2. He played a little bit in the beta. Hasn't been doing many tournaments, but he's actually really high on the ladder. So this is one of those guys that you're going to see become one of the top contenders, I think, in the U.S. in upcoming months as things pick up. Unfortunately, he did not get into the NASL. But anyway, I like this move, running in the Marine to see what's going on there. He sees the sieged up tanks. He knows he could not get through that with just the bio. Oh, but he's going to go for a drop instead then. Going to fall this back. I like that. He can just camp his siege tanks on the ramp. They're going to be very powerful, and he's actually going to bring a couple siege tanks along with his army as well, loading up most of his army to go around these huge blockade that Spades has. I'm a little bit surprised that he doesn't have something out in front to I don't know. How is he seeing? Yeah, he doesn't see past these bushes. I don't know why he doesn't have anything there to see past the bushes. Oh, these Vikings are going to be able to see over that. Are not going to be able to come over here to rally with this, but he does spot those tanks there. He's going to come in for a huge attack in the main, dropping out a lot of stuff. He's going to be able to siege up as well if he can get a siege shot off on those. No, he's not going to go for the SCVs. He's just going to basically camp here and camp out on the production facilities. Spades is bringing his whole army back to try and deal with this. He has a couple of medevacs he could easily pick up and kind of ferry his forces up to the top. He's got a siege takeout as well, but he is losing stuff fast. Loses his main orbital, loses his starport, is going to lose the factory as well. I really think lifting some troops up might have been a little bit faster to deal with this. He's going to get his whole army in here now, though. Is he going to siege up? Skew falling back. He's got a little bit less forces. His army is a little bit smaller, but he's in a better position, and it is going to get cleaned up. Is he going to lose the medevacs as well? He does lose 1, 2 medevacs. Third is just barely going to escape as I... So close that I had to pause saying it to see if it actually happened or not. Now, Spades has a lot better income right now. Well, actually, never mind. I was thinking about the SCV count, about the base count. He's gotten this up, and he's had it running for longer. He's getting a 4th base up as well. But he's got even SCV count. He lost some SCVs in that battle, so they're actually about even in economy. He doesn't have... They're not at the point where that 4th base is really going to matter, basically. And Skew has the air dominance, so even though Spades has a little bit bigger army, Skew has the technical advantage here. Well, has the strategic advantage, I should say, if he sees these up. Uh-oh, coming in to try and pick those off. Whoa, and those tanks actually, well, if they'd been in siege mode, they would have blown up those Marines, so it didn't actually matter that they could juke back away from that. Anyway, so Skew has a pretty good position here. He's sending out some SCVs to build some forward defenses for this spot over here. Sieging up slowly, and this is oh, he comes in with an attack on the side. Can he pick off a tank? Oh, gets 1 tank. Nicely done. That was a pretty good move. Skew's going to move his forces down here to protect against that happening a little bit more. But basically what Skew is doing is he has the vision advantage because he has, uh-oh, he needs to watch out though. Single Marine running in, stimming, sees it. Skew is unsieged, doesn't decide to make anything of it right now. Where is his army? I hope I didn't miss some big, huge engagement or something like that, but I have no idea where his army is. Oh, actually, Skew has the advantage. I'm so sorry. Skew now running in to polish up Spades' siege line. And there's GG coming from Spades. Wow, and I was completely fail there. I looked up here and I thought that Spades had the bigger army, but apparently I can't distinguish between pink and blue. So don't let me name your children, ladies and gentlemen, because Skew obviously had the much bigger army. He was able to run in there, break through that siege line, and take the win despite having a little bit less in the way of bases. Nicely done, and it was just the tactical advantage that he had there with the siege tanks. He was able to slowly kind of push in a little bit slowly and soften up that siege tank line before going in for the kill. And of course, killing off the main command center and some of his buildings didn't hurt either. Well, it hurt Spades at least. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. GG, and take care. Oh, sorry. Okay, one more thing actually I want to mention. I did a couple Magicka videos before, and I put one on this account. I put one on my other account, just /moletrap, and I have a bunch more Magicka videos that have been sitting around on my computer waiting to be processed for a while. So what I want to know is if people want me to put those videos on here, on this account, or if people are like, no, I don't want those clogging up my subscription list. I just want StarCraft 2. And I should put those videos on my Brood War account instead, since I haven't been doing very many Brood War videos lately. So let me know what you guys prefer, and it'd be easier for me to put them on here since I can do longer than 15-minute videos on this account. So that would be easier for me, but if you guys really want them to be on my other account, then that is fine too. So just let me know one way or another. Anyway, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. Thanks for watching.